What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this newest album from Dirty Needles called Cathartic. Now, Dirty Needles is a rapper who's coming out of Ohio. I have reviewed him multiple times on this channel, and he usually does very well. So if you want to check out those reviews, you can just do a search. And if you want to check out those past projects, this project, and everything else he's got going on, just take a look at all the sites and links I got down below in the information box. But as for this project right here, what I really like about it, and I will say I think it's his best work so far, what I like about it is how he's really putting his heart out there. You can see that by the album cover and title. It's cathartic. He's holding his heart in his hand. He is getting brutally honest and open on this one, and that is something that I always appreciate and respect from an artist. On the song Nintendo 64, for example, you hear him rapping about how, he used to be this innocent kid who was playing Nintendo 64 and doing chores with a Sable poster on his wall, but then he got into some other things, He's really breaking down how he grew as a person and how various experiences changed him. For example, he raps about how he got a girl pregnant and had to deal with that. He raps about having to go to the hospital with his mother when she had a heart attack. Just all these things that sort of shaped and changed him as time has went on. Really a powerful and vivid coming of age story. So I appreciate him putting his personal experiences out there for us to consume, because to me that's what makes an artist really dope, is sharing your story, because only you can. We're going to get more of his story on Shattered. This one follows up Nintendo 64's pregnancy theme, as he's rapping about the feelings of selfishness and not wanting to be a dad on this track. But then as time goes on, he's prepared, he's ready, and he's welcoming to this child that's about to come in the world. Unfortunately, what happens is the young woman miscarries, and then it really hits him in his heart. So he went through this roller coaster of emotions, where he felt like he couldn't be a dad, he didn't want to do it, and then when he was prepared, he lost a child, which shattered his heart, man. This is a very powerful, vivid track as well. I like the string production on there, and this track and Nintendo 64 are two of the standouts by far, man. Really shows you Dirty Needles' ability with a pen, so I respect him for doing these two songs, man. They're really dope. But to keep with these cathartic themes, as the album title suggests, we get the song Somber. Here we're getting some soft piano production as well as some quality vocals from Steph Geber. I hope I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Geber. I apologize. I'm not too sure how to say that name, but the singing vocals were pretty dope from you, Steph. And here Dirty is battling depression and inner demons, spurred on from a bunch of different things that he went through, including losing his best friends, various hardships with his family members, and he's just really putting his heart out there on this one, man. You're going to hear the anger, frustration, and pain in that last verse. I thought his mic presence on this song was very powerful, but in general, he does have a strong mic presence. Like, you're always going to pick up on Dirty Needles just spitting as hard as he can, really coming through, cutting through the beat. That is something I've always said about him, and I appreciate that, man. He doesn't sound weak on the mic. He spits every word like he means it, and when you're getting this personal content, it just makes it connect that much more. So those are some really dope songs right there, and this song is actually followed up by a track called The Awakening, where he's working his way out of that depression and learning how to be grateful and thankful. You might notice the production on this, by the way, because it does flip the same sample from a Tribe Called Quest song, Benita Applebaum, which to me is a classic. So I thought it was pretty cool how they did that soulful flip. Nothing new, but it certainly sounds fine. But to go along with all this deep content is some stuff that does get a little bit lighter, because Dirty is known to come through with the bar fest as well as the clever wordplay. The song Borderline, for example, kicks the album off with this menacing throwback feel on the production, especially the way those drums are hitting, and you get some good quotables like, "I smother these fraudulent rap artists who pop garbage, I'll blow them out the game like a fucking Nintendo cartridge." Shout out to that. We all remember what it was like. I got my Nintendo cartridges right there, as you can see, and a Game Genie. Shout out to Game Genie. And he says on here, "My persona is a Unabomber dressed as Obama, calm as the Dalai Lama, brandishing a rocket launcher. The Konami code from Contra couldn't save you from the chopper." I thought that was a really dope part there, just the way he pieced together those rhymes. The rhyme scheme is dope, the flow is dope, and you're getting some pretty funny imagery with that as well. So plenty of good lines on this project. On the song Making It, he spits that he raps with the younger of a young Tim Duncan and powers forward, and he also lets us know in this song that he wrote this for the old heads on the globe, never put an age restriction over a goal. That I can definitely appreciate, man, because I'm getting older. You know what? You can't give up on your creative dreams and hobbies just because you're getting older, man. Do what you want to do. It's the internet age. We got all this information out there. Keep working. The tools are there for you to use, no matter how old you are. So keep going with that shit. I also love the production on this song. Kind of reminds me of New Jobbies. It's just kind of smooth, soulful, and chill. You're getting Alexa Gold on here with some great vocals too, so this was one of my favorite tracks. And like Blue is another favorite production of mine because you are getting this gorgeous soul production, man. Really just some classic, almost Ninth Wonder type of shit is what it reminds me of, so I really did like that. And the uplifting positive themes match up perfectly with that sound on that song. So there's a lot of great songs on here. We also get the song Lazarus. This is another positive, uplifting song where, well, actually he is getting kind of dark and spitting about different things he had to go through and how he had to rise up and overcome. In the end, it is positive though, you know what I mean? He's rising up like Lazarus. So I did like the idea of that track, but I also thought the production on it was kind of weak, man. To me, the beat on this was one of the weaker ones on the project. I thought it sounded kind of outdated and didn't hit very hard, so I would put that song as one of my least favorites, along with Revenge of the Nerds. This one, it's not all out awful or anything, it just didn't stick out to me in any real way. The flows are fine throughout. I did think the feature from Liz Reese didn't hit too hard. I thought the flow was decent, but just vocally, it was kind of stiff and flavorless, one of the weaker moments on the album in my opinion. And lastly, since we're on the topic of features, the song Barbasol features Coast LaCastro as well as Revive. This is just a solid posse cut. You're getting a nice lyrical performance from all three. Nothing to write home about, but a pretty dope song and a solid way to wrap up the album. So overall, man, this is a pretty dope project. Like I said, I think it is Dirty Needle's best work to date, and I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. There's nothing overly groundbreaking here as far as the sound and flows and stuff goes. You know, it's all pretty traditional, quite safe for what Dirty Needles usually does, except for the fact that he's putting his heart out there, man. That's what makes this so good, is his pen game, his ability to tell a story, and to not be afraid to share his personal stuff with us. So shout out to Dirty Needles for that. This is a dope project. Might make my year-end list, man. It's going to be close. I could see it sneaking in there. We'll see what happens once we get to the end of the year. If we get there, because 2020 is fucking crazy, but that's a whole other story. So check it out for yourself and then hit me up in the comments section to let me know how you feel. And of course, make sure you do that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.